ASUU ABU stages protest on persistent issues plaguing Nigerian universities. Private information of Nigerians sold online as data breach continues. Troops eliminate terrorists in multiple operations, rescue abducted women, children in Borno State. And on the foreign scene, one person killed, over 200 injured in Kenya anti-tax demonstrations. Hello and welcome to Trust TV's news update. I am Chiamaka Mwafo. Thanks for joining us. The Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASUU, has staged a peaceful protest on the failure of the federal government to resolve persistent issues plaguing Nigerian public universities. Members of the union who started the protest from ASUU Secretariat went round the institution and terminated at the Senate building of the university. Reports said that ASUU members raised placards with different inscriptions, including Release Fund for Revitalization of Public Universities Now. ASUU ABU say no to underfunding of public universities. TED funds should complement, not to replace adequate and regular budgetary allocation. Speaking after the protest walk, Comrade Haruna Muhammad Jibril, ASUU ABU chairman, accused the government of insincerity and neglect, worsening the living and working conditions of academic staff. He reiterated the union demands to include the renegotiation of the 2009 FGN-ASUU agreement, funding for public university revitalization, and payment of outstanding entitlements.
Solidarity forever, solidarity forever, for the union makes us strong.
The renegotiation of agreement between the federal government and ASUU has been a long-standing issue. The last negotiated agreement was in 2009. In 2017, the Buhari-led administration established a committee for the renegotiation of the 2009 agreement, as contained in that agreement and, of course, previous agreements with ASUU. He appointed Wale Babalakin as the chairman of the committee. After nearly 3 unproductive years, Babalakin was replaced by Professor Munzali Jibril, who completed and submitted a draft agreement within 3 months. However, the government refused to sign the document, and consequently, Professor Jibril was succeeded by the late Professor Nimi Briggs. Under his leadership, a new draft agreement was prepared for signing.
Residents have continued to protest following revelations by the Kaduna State House of Assembly ad hoc committee investigating the immediate past governor administration too, which revealed that over 430 billion naira was embezzled. In the latest protest, the Kaduna Citizens Watch for Good Governance, led by Victor Dunia on Thursday, said former Governor Nasarawa must be prosecuted due to the weight of allegations of corruption leveled against him. The agreed protesters stormed the government house in their numbers, chanting solidarity songs and urging Governor Ubasani to mandate the EFCC and other agencies to prosecute El-Rufai over the indictment of his administration by the State Assembly. Trust TV's Bello Musa was there and files in this report.
The protest began at the UTC junction to the Sarkashim Ibrahim House, Kaduna. The protesters condemned the alleged financial mismanagement, abuse of power, and the debt burden incurred by the El-Rufai's administration. They are therefore demanding the return of the monies allegedly mismanaged by the past administration to the state.
We call on Governor Ubasani to implement relevant section of the report that fall under his purview. 6, we call on Governor Ubasani to officially forward the findings of the committee to relevant anti-corruption agencies to enable them to swing into action and recover our resources at their disposal.
The group also alleged that El-Rufai is trying to bring down the administration of Governor Obasani.
We call on security agencies to immediately arrest and prosecute former Governor Malam Nasir Ahmed El-Rufai and those he has incited to bring down the government of Senator Obasani.
This is the second protest against former Governor Nasir El-Rufai since the revelation by the House Committee investigating the immediate past administration. Bella Musa, Trust TV News, Kaduna.
Just 3 months after FIJ exposed Express Verify, a private website selling Nigerian identification data, another private website, Any Verify, has been found trading sensitive citizen data, including bank verification numbers. Paradigm Initiative, an ICT for Development and Digital Rights group, announced on Thursday that it is seeking legal redress on behalf of Nigerians for this breach of data privacy rights. Vintage Legal, that is the Paradigm Initiative's legal partners, have served pre-action notices to multiple government agencies, which include the National Identity Management Commission, NIMC, the Nigerian Data Protection Commission, NDPC, the Nigerian Immigration Service, NIS, the Federal Inland Revenue Service, FIRS, the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, the Federal Road Safety Corps, FRSC, and the Office of the Attorney General of the Federation, AGF. Now, following FIJ's expose in March, NIMC clarified that Express Verify was not one of its licensed partners. Similarly, Any Verify is not listed as a licensed partner on NIMC's website. FIJ attempted to contact NDPC and NIMC on Friday, but phone calls went unanswered. Text messages and emails sent to these agencies had not received responses at the time of reporting. NIMC has yet to publish a list of its licensed partners, a request FIJ has formally submitted. In security matter, the troops of the Nigerian Army in Borno State have rescued 7 women and 9 children snatched from their homes by terrorists. The victims were rescued in a series of coordinated counter-terrorism operations conducted by troops in collaboration with the vigilante and hybrid force. In a statement posted on X.com on Friday, the Army said 1 terrorist was killed and arms and ammunition were recovered during the operation. Also, the Army said troops ambushed terrorists in the Kumala area of Borno State, adding that 1 terrorist was killed during the ambush and several weapons were recovered. The Army noted that in a separate operation in Benue State, troops, in response to intelligence reports about terrorist movement in Ayati village, Ukum local government area, launched a swift operation to stop the nefarious activities of the terrorists. The Army also stated that troops halted the payment of ransom to kidnappers in Kogi State. He added that its troops, in collaboration with hunters, engaged the kidnappers in a gun duel and killed one of them. 2 persons were reportedly killed by unidentified suspected bandits in Taraba State. The incident happened in the early hours of Wednesday in Chinkai village of Wukari Local Government Council. The attacks, said to have been launched by suspected herders, came a day after a point of sale operative. A girl was stabbed to death by armed robber in Wukari. Confirming the incident, the Local Government Council chairman, Ismail Adauda, said 2 casualties were recorded. Also reacting to the incident, the village head of the attacked community, Ezekiel Musa, said the attackers arrived at the village on Wednesday night and succeeded in killing 2 members of the community. The acting police public relations officer, Gambo Kwache, who made the confirmation on Friday, said relevant security measures have been put in place to prevent further attacks in the community and the state at large. Still staying with security, operatives of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, Nasarawa State Command, have arrested over 20 persons for allegedly committing crimes ranging from banditry, kidnapping, and cattle rustling in the state. The State Public Relations Officer of the NSCDC, Jerry Victor, disclosed this in an exclusive interview with Trust TV in Lafayette, the state capital.
It was an unfortunate incident on the 17th of June 2024 at the early hours of that day, around 0300 hours. Some hoodlums attacked the facility of our command, trying to break into the fence and gain entrance to the cell. Their motive was to release their gang members that they are in our own custody. As we speak, we have over 20 suspects.
We move to health matters. The World Health Organization, WHO, has announced a spike in cholera in several regions of the world with almost 195,000 cases and over 1,900 deaths recorded in 24 countries since the start of this year. Now, the agency's Eastern Mediterranean region reported the highest number of cases, followed by the African region, then the region of the Americas, the Southeast Asia region, and then the European region. WHO, in a statement on Thursday, stated that there are no reported cases in the Western region, according to its bulletin released on Wednesday. The UN Health Agency said it exhausted its global stockpile of oral cholera vaccines by March, but was able to exceed the emergency target of 5 million doses in early June for the first time in 2024. Still staying with the outbreak here in Nigeria, in Ogun State, the government has confirmed the outbreak of cholera, which has claimed the life of a 62-year-old woman with 5 persons hospitalized. The Ogun State Commissioner for Health, Tomi Koka, said the incident happened in Ijebu North local government area 4 days ago. Reports that the deceased woman contracted cholera while caring for her infected child, who is now among the hospitalized victims. In a press statement on Thursday, the chairman of the Nigerian Medical Association in Ogun State, Kunle Ashimi, acknowledged the widespread impact of cholera affecting 30 states across the country, including Ogun. Also, the death toll resulting from the outbreak of cholera in Lagos State has risen to 24 from 21 earlier reported. An update by the Lagos State government on Friday indicated that a total of 24 persons have lost their lives to the disease as of June 19, 2024. The report also said while a total of 417 suspected cases have been recorded, only 35 cases have been confirmed so far across the 20 local government areas in the state. Still staying with health, the Nigerian Center for Disease Control and Prevention, NCDC, has recorded 6,704 suspected Lassa fever cases and 162 deaths across 125 local government areas in 28 states. The NCDC confirmed that 911 cases from the suspected cases from January to June 9, 2024. The agency disclosed the figures in its Lassa fever situation report on its website on Friday. According to the World Health Organization, Lassa fever is an acute viral hemorrhagic illness caused by the Lassa virus, a member of the arenavirus family of viruses. Humans usually become infected with the Lassa virus through exposure to food or household items contaminated with urine or feces of infected Mastomys rats. So far, 33 healthcare workers have been infected with the virus in the country. Lassa fever is known to be endemic in Benin, Ghana, Guinea, Liberia, Mali, Sierra Leone, Togo, and Nigeria, but may exist in other West African countries as well. This is a news update on Trust TV. Still to come. Lagos residents blame distributors for rising food inflation. This and more stories when we return. Please stay with us. Welcome back. Thanks for staying with us and just joining us. It's the news update on Trust TV. A recap of our top stories. We told you that ASUU ABU stages protest on persistent issues plaguing Nigerian universities. We also informed you that private information of Nigerians sold online as data breach continues. Some more stories. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has warned political parties involved in the off-cycle governorship elections in Edo and Ondo states to avoid the use of hate speech and offensive languages in the conduct of their campaign for the elections. The Commission also said that parties contesting the election should avoid carrying arms to venue of such campaigns, which must be communicated to the Commission and the Nigerian police at least 10 days before the campaign. This was contained in the guidelines for campaign released by the Commission on Friday, while also saying that in accordance with the provisions of the Electoral Act, all candidates in the election should be allowed access to public facilities for their campaign activities. A statement by the National Commissioner of Information and Voter Education, Sam Olumekun, reminded parties of the need to adhere to the provisions of the law before, during, and after the election. The high cost of consumable food in the country this period, especially the grains sourced from the north, is a significant concern. Citizens are now blaming distributors for inflating food prices due to economic inflation. This report by Victoria Tokolo touched on reasons behind food inflation as put together in our studio. Nigerians are blaming the food distributors for high cost of food commodities, especially grains, which are consumed by most citizens. To ascertain reasons behind the continuous hike in prices of foodstuff in Lagos State, Trust Television visited a Yobo garage where trailers offload goods, particularly grains, for distribution to other cities in the state. Here, distributors and trailer drivers said the high cost of fueling a trailer with diesel for just one trip is now above 200,000 naira, contributing significantly to increase in prices.
To get the beans down here, so all the grains, to get them down here, the cost of the transportation is high. Why? They are telling us because of the fare hike and the diesel. So for them to load the market, formerly we are loading market from the goods from Meduguri at a rate of 1,550 naira. But now it's 3,000 plus, 3,750. So also to other places, mostly Niger, because we get our goods mostly from Niger State, different places there, and their market, the price of them bringing it, conveying it to this place is very, very high.
The ranges we are facing here is quite enormous, and ranging from the accumulative effect of insurgency, Boko Haram, bandit, which have denied us real access to get to the place where we are getting this goods. So we depend on our agent doing what they for us. So these are some of the challenges that we are having concerning the truck, because of the high cost of things. Like now, we are spending like 200,000 naira to buy gas coming here, which not supposed to be. Now, the road is too bad. If the road is okay, highest 2 days they will get to Lagos. But now sometimes they spend like 7 days, 6 days before coming. And the problem they are having on the road is because of the high cost of food.
At Ilepo Garage and Market, the situation is the same. Sellers and buyers said government policies rather better the living conditions of Nigerians is only causing inflation.
Now, we are about 55,000 and we are paid transport 10,000 naira to reach Lagos State. We reach Lagos State now, so we are paid 65,000 naira.
As you know, we have many types of the beans. Now we get like a drum, and oloni, and white beans, and we have Saddam Faith. But this white beans now is the Lexan beans now for market. Now only that beans we are selling back 180,000 naira. But oloni, we are selling oloni now 270,000 naira per bag. That's what they say, bag of oloni. That is the oloni per basic. Drum, we are selling drum 260,000 naira. Everything costs.
They buy back 40,000, 200,000. So we are buying like this village like before per kg, we are selling it 1,500, 1,002, 1,002, but it depends on account. But for now, it was 4,000 naira. Even that 4,000 naira we are selling it, we are not even gaining what we are gaining before.
Food distributors and trailer drivers are urging the federal government to tackle the issue of insecurity, fix the roads, and reduce the price of diesel in the country. A significant move aimed at addressing youth unemployment and fostering economic development. The Jigawa state government has partnered with the federal government to train 300 participants from the state's 3 senatorial districts. This initiative aligns with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's Renewed Hope agenda and Governor Umar Namadi's 12-point agenda, both of which emphasize job creation and youth empowerment. Here's the report.
The special assistant to President Tinubu, leading the delegation, paid a courtesy call to Governor Umar Namadi at the government house following a successful roundtable discussion with the participants. This interaction underscored the collaborative efforts between state and federal authorities to provide practical skills and opportunities for the teeming youth population.
The training is coming at the right time, especially for us in Jigawa. The Jigawa State Executive Council have approved the establishment of passion centers in 3 of the senatorial districts. This passion hub is going to be state-of-art equipment, embroidery, and also sewing machines. Embroidery for so many other things, for women, for men, and everything. It's a complete hub. And there's going to be a lot of training. We'll train the youth. And you can come from anywhere. After you come and pay and sew your clothes and then take it.
During the roundtable, participants engaged in discussions on the fashion industry's potentials to drive economic growth and create sustainable jobs. The training program, which will span several months, is designed to equip the youths with skills in various aspects of fashion design, tailoring, and entrepreneurship. The special assistant to the president highlighted the importance of such collaborations in realizing the broader objectives of the Renewed Hope agenda.
We all know what the agenda of Mr. President is under the Renewed Hope agenda. Job creation is the critical part of that agenda, and for us, for every state that we go to, we tend to focus on the things that are the things that are dominant in that state. And for Jigawa State, we've seen the fashion and the leather industry is thriving. So that's why we've decided to start this project under the fashion and the leather industry.
We are very glad that the federal government, under the office of the Vice President, have come up with an initiative to support fashion industry in Jigawa State. That's why they are here for roundtable, and we had the opportunity to have this roundtable in Duse, and it will carry on in the 2 senatorial districts remaining in Jigawa State. Part of what they are here to do, to have the opportunity to interact with stakeholders with a view to ascertain level of preparedness for our fashion designers in Jigawa State to embrace this kind of opportunity, and we're delighted that our youth have come out to benefit from this program.
It is a program that is intended to get all the fashion players in the fashion industry together, have a round table. As you had today, you can see what we have done. Discuss with them, see exactly their pain areas and which kind of training they will require and what kind of support they will be able to get. And as you heard it during the program, they mentioned that they are going to give them 3 months as well as 6 weeks training for them to, for those that are already in the industry and already been doing something like that, to be able to enhance their own skills and way of doing the fashion materials and equipment that they are pulling out of their places.
The participants, drawn from diverse backgrounds across Jigawa State, expressed their gratitude for the opportunity to gain new skills. Many see this as a chance to not only improve their personal livelihoods, but also to contribute to the economic development of their communities.
Move to business, where Nigeria's foreign exchange reserves increased by 5% to $33.58 billion in the last 2 months. This is according to the Central Bank of Nigeria's CBN's latest FX data as of Wednesday. Accordingly, the foreign exchange reserves figure represents a $1.47 billion increase compared to $32.11 billion on April 19, 2024. The Monetary Policy Committee, MPC, during its 295th meeting, reiterated its commitment to boosting Nigeria's external reserves. Recall that the Nigerian government received $925 million from Afrexim Bank barely 2 weeks ago as part of the $3.3 billion crude oil-backed repayment facility organized by the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited. On the foreign scene, one person was killed and at least 200 people injured across Kenya in Thursday's nationwide protest against government plans to raise $2.7 billion in additional taxes. According to an alliance of rights groups and the police watchdog, tear gas and water cannons were fired to disperse protesters in the capital, Nairobi. The 5 rights groups, which include Amnesty International and the Kenya Medical Association, said in a joint statement late on Thursday that the presence of spent cartridges implied the use of live rounds. The group added that more than 100 protesters have been arrested across Kenya. The Independent Policing Oversight Authority said on Friday it had documented the death of a man, quote, allegedly as a result of police shooting, and several serious injuries suffered by other demonstrators, including police officers. A 29-year-old man died during treatment to a wound on his thigh at a hospital on Thursday night. Nigeria's Flamingos will know their group opponents at the 2024 FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup on Saturday. That's on the sports scene. Now, the draw, according to information available on FIFA's website, will hold at the Frei Anton de Montesinos Monument in Dominican Republic. The draw ceremony will be anchored by Evelino Caudra, journalist, football commentator, and content creator. FIFA's director of tournaments, James Yarza, will conduct the draw and will be assisted by Dominican athlete Fias Herrera and Mexican player Tatiana Flores. The Flamingos are among the 16 teams that will participate in the competition. That's it for news updates at this hour. For more of our news, programs and documentaries, please do want to follow us on our social media platforms and on our YouTube live stream. I am Chama Kanwa for Peace. Stay safe and keep your environment clean. Thank you for joining us.